This is all the evidence you need. There's peanut butter everywhere, you guys. Alright, it's the morning after. This is what I look like. I just woke up, so I'm really crusty. I'm in so much pain. Like, I'm in so much pain. I just can't anymore. I'm supposed to be organizing. I'm having a hard time. A very hard time.
You know what I'm saying, to one. They don't want you to, you know, like it's a lot being verbally abused, being not verbally abused, but being verbally
physically.
Being physically abused and having your whole house turned to now possibly getting evicted. It's a lot on someone's plate, and I don't want you to take that. I don't want you to take that burden and just sit there, because it's not gonna. You need to talk. I feel like you need to talk to someone and express how you feel, because it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot on your plate. Well, amongst what other stuff you're gone through in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to work it out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try. I make no promises. I'm gonna try, right?
Okay.
And if it's and then whatever the outcome is, I will be there to see. And whatever the outcome is, I'll be there to figure out maybe a plan B. You know what I mean?
Okay. Thanks.
And whether it's adult shelter, make sure it's maybe a hotel program rather than going to some other thing. Rather, if it's a housing, maybe we can find other housing options, or we can buy time. You know what I mean? When I'm there to kind of support you, you know what I mean? It's in the capacity that you need support.
Please look into the housing connections. Can you find out if the office is open or if they're doing anything about people's applications? Because I should qualify. Like, I've been on the list.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe we can, maybe when we meet after on Friday, maybe I'll come beforehand, and then we can fill a special priority housing form.
Okay.
Right? But then, like I said, but even with a special housing priority form, we need you to file a police report, because that's what they ask for in the special housing priority form. They ask for a police report.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they ask for they have to show that you've been physically abused. They need evidence, and so I strongly suggest that you do a no contact order. Also, I'm going to give you the number for victim services, because victim services also work alongside the police. So you can call victim services and be like, you know, I need help with this, this, and this. I feel this. Whatever you need, it's a crisis center. So whatever you feel emotionally or whatever you need legally, whatever you need, they'll help you. You know what I mean? So please just reach out to them.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I would love to talk. I know you're feeling some sort of way, but I mean, how have you been since the whole thing? Like, what's been going on in your mind?
I don't know, I'm just in pain. Like, I obviously don't want to have to move right away, but
No,
whatever
100%.
happens. I don't know, like, I'm just stressed out.
And you're in pain. Have you eaten or taken any Advil or anything like that?
I have Tylenol, but I didn't take any because I haven't eaten, but I don't have an appetite, so it's whatever. I'm fine. I'm just trying to clean up.
Yeah, okay. But make sure, maybe I'll check in with you later tonight. Make sure you eat something, okay? And take some ibuprofen, okay? Because regardless of what, just make sure you do those things, right? Because sometimes when we get so emotional, like those things are not important because we're so stressed out, right? But it's important to take care of ourselves. And I'm still support regardless, okay? And even if something like just to, if like in the future, right? You do have my support for 2 years as Kennedy Health support. You know what I'm saying? So this like if you do some like I know you can't predict when something's happening, or even with the last guy who didn't want to move out, or the last guy you can always call me and be like, oh, this is the situation before it blows up or whatever.
I forgot that would like I never really think to call you because I'm just like, okay, it's not like housing or plan related, but because I don't want to bother you.
It doesn't have to be plan related as a case you have my support for 2 years as a caseworker behind me. So I don't want you to feel like even if you do find another house or you do go through another adult shelter or whatever, and they don't feel like they're supporting you or what, you can always call on me because I'm on you're my caseload for 2 years, regardless of what it is, right? So before so I just want to let you know that. So before the last situation with the guy, before it got that bad, I could have helped you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm always there to help you before it explodes, right? Or if you do, whatever. Or I know you can't predict these things. Obviously, you think you have the best people's heart in mind, or the best interest of people in mind, right? So you don't really predict that you're gonna need Ola, or you predict you're gonna need someone, obviously. Mm-hmm. But if you do down the road suspect, that you might need help with this person, or this person's bothering you, or whatever, just let me know, right?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Okay.
So maybe I'll text you later tonight. I'm gonna text you victim services number. Maybe I'll text you later just to make sure you're okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Bye.
Goodbye, Ola. I want to talk about it, but not yet. I've been avoiding light, mirrors, all that, but I really want to put my wig on, go back to being a bad bitch, fix my nails. So I'm gonna start by taking out my braids. I don't know how much I'm gonna do on camera. I don't feel like doing shit. I'm hurt, man. I love this guy. But I haven't been taking any Tylenols because, like, I don't know, as far as the way I see it is, like, if I could just forget that the pain is there, I'll just as easily forget that all this shit happened. But I'm aching, I'm struggling to get out of bed, I'm feeling every bit of migraine so that I don't forget. Everybody has different ways of handling shit, but that's what I do. I'm also hella terrified because I'm in like purgatory right now. They're trying to figure out, like, the landlords and my worker, they're trying to figure out if I need to be evicted. This is like, gonna be a regular problem. And it's like, wow, I fucked up that hard to where they don't even know if I'm capable of maintaining a home. Like, the home is always clean and all that. It's just the people that I allow to come in. Like, I'm so upset. Like, I don't know how to... I'm afraid that I don't have it in me to advocate for myself. And that's gonna be the downfall of this experience. Like, I know where I went wrong. It's like I don't feel like I don't feel the need to fucking go over it with some guy who just doesn't understand, Like, I got raped, okay? Around the same time I finally figured that problem out, solved that problem. My ex, whom I do care about, who I love dearly, decides to come back into the fucking picture with a hidden agenda, it seems, because, like, the switch. I'm trying to decide on whether or not I want to tell the whole story here, because it's like, what does it really matter? And I'm gonna have to tell the whole story again because, like, they're insisting that I file a police report, and they're doing it in such a way that it's like, I mean, of course it makes sense. They don't want him around the property, which I don't think he wants to be around the property either. Like, he caused enough fucking damage that, like, he is a wanted criminal. He should be a wanted criminal. But it's just, like, weird. I'm in this weird, like, period. Like, I'm already unhappy with the situation, but now I have to, like, I'm being forced to go through the trauma of dealing with police and trials and fucking all that. It's not like I don't know where it went wrong. It's not like I don't know how to prevent it in the future. Like, I shouldn't have to fucking, I shouldn't be forced to charge somebody. And especially because I know his situation. I mean, I'm not trying to protect somebody who's an abuser. But at the same time, like, I don't give, like, leave me alone. Like, just write me a fucking bill for the damages and leave me alone. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I always want to talk about it. Like, that should mean something. And it's not like it's my first fucking rodeo. Like, I've been in an abusive relationship. I know what it's like to, like, care so much for somebody but not see that they're a bad person. I see everywhere he's a bad fucking person, okay? Is it fixable? Absolutely. I just don't, like, I know how I am, and I know how many people are giving up on me. And it's not that I'm, like, he doesn't need anybody to be in his corner. I just care about him as a person. Like, we have too much in common. I'm trying to figure this out. Do I really love him, or is it just like the experience? And no, I love him as a person. Yes, he's attractive. Would I tolerate this kind of behavior from somebody who is less as attractive? I don't know. Probably not, because I didn't tolerate it with Richard. But Richard didn't contribute. Like, Richard didn't, like, motivate me or uplift my well-being. Like, I've done a lot of bad things, and I don't think that makes me a bad person. Like, a lot of bad things. And people still insist that I'm, like, amazing. So I'm not trying to shed him in the most negative light. I'm just saying this is what the fuck happened. That's how the shit went down. It's important to me to include all the cute clips and all the good times because, like, I want to remember those. They were real. They happened. I want to remember those. I really love him. I really want to have a family with him. It's fucking heartbreaking and miserable that this is. He's not even allowed back here. Like, that's why they want the restraining order, just so, like, it's in stone or whatever. But it's like, I'm not an idiot. Like, the whole neighborhood will recognize him if he comes back. Like, I don't want problems like that. I don't like humiliation. Finding a cut on my neck that I didn't know was there before. You guys see a cut on my neck? I'm in a lot of pain. I look maybe extra puffy because I just woke up. But the swelling on this side is not going down in a couple days. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. If I tell you guys what happened to me, you're gonna be like, honestly, like, what the fuck? I think green braids are bad luck. Every time I have green braids, a relationship goes fucking south. They're shitty braids, don't get it twisted. I really just didn't want my hair to not be doing anything, but I knew I wasn't going anywhere, so it's just one of those. Tomorrow I have to meet with the landlords and my worker at 6 p.m. to discuss the next steps, and I just don't know how I'm gonna handle that conversation. I don't. My storage is overdue, so my winter coat is in purgatory until I can magically come up. And my outer appearance and my whole physical is fucked, so it's like, I can't just get a fucking acting job right now, that I have to heal. Life is funny. Life is funny.